Io Sky walked into the arena with her mind laser-focused on one thing: fighting. Her target was set. Her match against Naomi was meant to be the moment she showcased her dominance, but instead of stepping into the ring for the anticipated clash, she found herself swallowed by delays, backstage politics, and the kind of mockery that could ignite a rivalry before a single punch is thrown. What was meant to be a clear, one-on-one showdown quickly spiraled into an entirely different battle plan that would set the stage for unexpected alliances and fresh tensions in the women's division. It all started behind the curtain when Io, still in her gear and clearly itching for action, stormed up to Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Her frustration was written all over her face as she demanded an explanation for why the match everyone had been waiting for, her collision with Naomi, had been postponed without warning. Pearce, keeping his composure, told her he'd keep her informed the moment he had solid news, but Io wasn't buying that vague assurance. Just as the conversation teetered on the edge of boiling over, in walked Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, but they weren't there to offer understanding or sympathy. Instead, they brought smirks, cutting remarks, and a not-so-subtle shift in the conversation toward themselves, boasting about their own ambitions and hinting at the kind of opportunities they believed they deserved. To them, Io's frustration was just fuel for their own ego, but Io Sky is not the kind of competitor who takes that lightly. Without hesitation, she fired back, her tone sharp and unwavering, making it crystal clear she came to fight, not to be the punchline in someone else's story, and that if Raquel and Roxanne were looking for a problem, she could find a partner and give them the fight they were asking for. The tension in that hallway could have cut glass, and Adam Pearce knew it. Seeing where this was going, he decided to pull the trigger and turn the verbal battle into an official match, announcing that later in the night it would be Io Sky teaming up with a mystery partner to face Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in a tag team showdown. Instantly, the backstage air shifted. This was no longer just about a postponed match. It was about pride, momentum, and proving who could adapt when the game changes on the fly. The unanswered question now hangs over the night like a storm cloud: who will Io Sky choose to stand beside her? Will she align with a powerhouse who can match Raquel's strength, or a quick, cunning partner who can outwit Roxanne's agility? Or will she gamble on someone completely unexpected, turning the match into a chaotic spectacle? One thing is certain: Io has no intention of walking into this battle unprepared, and Raquel and Roxanne have no plans of letting her leave with an easy win. The rivalry is already simmering, the stakes are climbing higher, and when that bell rings, it won't just be a match. It will be a statement, a test of loyalty, and perhaps the beginning of a much larger war in the women's division. Io Sky arrived with one goal in mind: to fight. But instead of the fierce showdown with Naomi she had been expecting, she was greeted with nothing but frustrating delays, thinly veiled mockery, and an unexpected twist that changed the entire course of her night. What was supposed to be a direct clash between two top-tier competitors quickly unraveled into a completely different scenario that would send shockwaves through the women's division. It all began backstage where a visibly irritated Io Sky confronted Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, demanding answers about why her highly anticipated match with Naomi had been postponed. Pearce tried to reassure her, promising he would pass along any updates the moment he received them, but before the tension could ease, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez entered the scene. They weren't there to show support or solidarity. Instead, they made light of Sky's frustration, throwing subtle jabs and then steering the conversation toward their own ambitions and pursuit of new opportunities in the spotlight. Io Sky, never one to back down from disrespect, immediately fired back with sharp confidence, making it clear she wasn't here to be mocked and that if they were looking for a fight, she could find herself a partner and settle it in the ring that very night. The verbal exchange was enough for Pearce to see where this was heading, and without hesitation, he turned the confrontation into an official match. In a split-second decision, He booked Io Sky and a mystery partner to take on Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in a tag team battle that could redefine the dynamics among these women. Now, all eyes are on Io Sky. Who will she choose to stand alongside her in what has suddenly become a must-see match? Will she find the perfect ally to counter the strength and synergy of Raquel and Roxanne, or will her night end in bitter disappointment? The stakes have shifted, the tension has risen, and the answers will come when that bell rings.